Hello and welcome. Before we get to the draft, I just have some quick announcements about some Algomancy tournaments with prizes money coming up. So, if you're not aware, Algomancy is a card game that I've been developing for almost a year now, and it's going to be ready to launch in about a month or two. So it's very close. The art and the card layouts are mostly what needs to be updated. So some of these arts are finished, like BuilderBot. Some of the arts still need some work, like Bouncer and stuff like that. So to celebrate that, I'm starting to run some tournaments because I think the core game is very close. We just need some help balancing. So to incentivize that, we're running tournaments with cash prizes, starting the weekend of the 28th. So not necessarily Saturday. I'm not entirely sure what day it will be yet, but that weekend I'm going to start running tournaments every single weekend until the game launches, and it's going to be around $100 prize pool every single weekend. So now is a good time to hop into the Discord. We're going to be running everything through Discord. Start practicing. We may run a practice tournament or two before that happens, but the ones with prizes are going to start around the 28th. So if you're interested in that at all, hop in the Discord, link in the description. If you want to read more about Algomancy, link in the description. The best way to get more updates about this is go to my website, click on Algomancy, and then there's an email sign up right here. So that's the best way to get like updates about things that are happening. Otherwise, enjoy the draft. Hello and welcome back to more Vintage Cube Draft. We got quite the pack of clunky cards. Normally my advice is take the cheap card, but we have like all of the 5-drops in the cube. I mean, not really, right? This is like technically a 2-drop. This is technically a 1-drop, but for the most part you're casting these cards, at least in cube. I think Murktide's a lot better in constructed than it is in cube. Just because it's hard to get like a critical mass of cards in your graveyard to do stuff. Mind Twist is still a good card. I think it's a bit overrated, but that does not mean it's not good. I think if you're trying to maximize win rate, probably just take Marsh Flats. Like black and white tend to be pretty good colors. I mean, especially white. But I have not drafted Mind Twist in a while. I could take Custodial Lich. I do constantly praise this card and then never take it. And then Urza's obviously like a really strong card, but I don't want to like take Urza and then pass Murktide Yorion. I'm just gonna take Mind Twist. I love black-red. Obviously, Fractured Identity is like the strongest card here. The card is just absolutely ridiculous. Swords to Plowshares is also very good. It has the benefit of only costing 1 mana instead of 5. Brutality's fine. I think that card probably comes around. This is a really good pack, actually. No lands. I'm gonna take Swords. I don't really feel like playing with Fractured Identity. I've played with it a lot. It's a very good card. It's just, I'm not in the mood, you know? Young Pyromancer, Ephemerate, Knight's Whisper. I really want to draft like Black Red or Mardu or something like that, so I'm kind of leaning in that direction. Kolaghan's Command is also a pretty good way to get into those colors. This card's just insane. I could take Young Pyromancer and hope to wheel one of the 2 Black-Red cards. I think Winds of Abandon is the pick, right? If you're trying to win, take that, move into white, whatever, but that's not what I want. This card's insane, by the way. It's Swords of Plowshares, but then you can overload it and you just Plague Wind your opponent. Like, that's really good. Yeah, I'm just gonna take K Command. I'm in the mood. Okay, there's Grief. Grief is alright. Stomping Ground can help with the fixing if we move into, like, Jund. Questing Beast is very strong. This card just, it kills everything. It kills Planeswalkers, it kills creatures, you can't block it. I could take Ignoble Hierarch and move into Jund. Is Stomping Ground better in that situation? Maybe? I mean, yeah, right, it's kind of the problem. Do I take the fixing first? Do I just take Grief? I'm just gonna take Grief. Maybe I can end up in like, oh no! Blue was so open. Here's Naya fixing, which kind of helps. I think I take the Badlands here. Yeah, I'm kind of resisting white. I know Gideon, Elspeth, like all these cards are insane, but it's, oh my gosh, what? What is happening? 6th pick Jite? Okay, I'm not gonna resist that one. That is, the fact that it's colorless, right? Normally you can attest it to like, okay, nobody's drafting green or whatever when something wheels this late, but like, what? This is like the best card in the cube. Like, it's so good and it's colorless. Put a Jite in my deck. Not complaining about that. Escape to the Wilds. That's a really fun, huge card advantage engine. And I'm really just kind of leaning towards Dredge. Or not Dredge, Jund. So I kind of want to take that. It's very expensive though. Scrap Heap Scrounger keeps us low to the ground. It's also colorless, so it keeps us more open in case, you know, we could end up black, white, red, black. Like there's a bunch of different directions where Escape to the Wilds is kind of a double splash. Yeah, on second thought, I think we just take the Scrap Heap and avoid the double splash. There's a Chupacabra. I like that. Pelucranos is fine. Yeah, we'll take the Chup. We're kind of looking like we're setting up for a like a mono black birthing pod deck. Mountains, Plains, Swamp. So that's like kind of the perfect fixing for our deck. I like Custody Lich, but this lets us cast swords and maybe splash some of the other white cards that come around. Renin 6. Wow, I mean, I guess she's a lot worse in Cube because there's no like fetches here. But that's very surprising actually. I mean, green is open. Red is basically a splash. I think I'm just gonna take this Brutality. Okay, Winds of Abandon and Night's Whisper came around. I'm gonna take Night's Whisper. I just like card draw. So Young Pyromancer got taken, and I think the other red card. No, Night's Whisper was the other one. So red is being cut. So I think I'm moving more into like a green or a black. Yeah, okay, green is wide open. So I think I'm moving into like green-black. Do I take the Questing Beast here? Or the Hierarch? I think I like the Hierarch first, or just Stomping Ground maybe? Take the Stomping Ground. Damnation can help us stay control. Smokestack is good if we get like Soul Ring plus Braids. I think I'm more likely to want Damnation. Nissa, I don't even know what Crypt Breaker is in the cube for, but I'm interested. Elvish Reclaimer, sure. Okay, there's Entomb. I just don't want to draft Reanimator. I know it was open, there was Exhume or whatever. It's just not fun for me. I like Thoughtseize. There's the Junt Triome. Fable the Mirror Breaker could be... I mean, this card is very strong. It's one of those like one card win conditions. So I could see taking that. Thoughtseize gives us some disruption. I do have 3 red fixing lands now, so I could just take Fable. And then like whether I wheel Thoughtseize, Revoker, Damn. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do that. This card's actually pretty fun. Braids, Vampiric Tutor, Vindicate, Windswept Heath, Hex Drinker. I've never played with Braids. You may sacrifice an artifact, creature, enchantment, land, or planeswalker, and then each opponent can decide whether they want to sacrifice or lose 2 life and you draw. I'm interested in that. Windswept Heath right now can grab Triumph Stomping Ground. I think I'm going to take the Heath, and then Braids probably comes around because black felt pretty open. And if it doesn't, you know, that's fine. There's a Voidwalker. Voidwalker's very good. Arid Mesa is good. Chain Lightning's alright. There's the Birthing Pod I talked about. I don't have a 3-drop yet to go with it. I guess Pod into Lurrus could be interesting. We could take Stoneforge to go ahead and grab this Cheetah. I could take Arid Mesa to just like cement my mana, but I think Voidwalker is good enough that you just take it in that spot. Lightning Bolt, Fury, Zealous Conscripts, Silent Clearing. I like Bolt. It's cheap. Conscripts wins games. I don't think I have enough red cards for Fury. The thing about Zealous Conscripts is it's proactive. Lightning Bolt is very reactive, right? And we already have swords. I guess that's all I have. I'll take Bolt. Here we have Blood Crypt. We already have Badlands, so it's less important. Mishra's Bubble's good. This card is kind of cool, right? Comes at 2/2, then a Deathless 3/3, and then... So if you play this, spend 3 mana, then you have the ability to spend 3 mana to draw cards. That's a lot to ask. It's definitely a lot to ask. This Triumph is Mardu, this is just green. So I really only have 2 green fixing cards for Witherbloom command. I don't think this is a Hellrider deck. Does Bauble do anything for me? I mean, it's kind of fine, right? I'm just gonna take the Blood Crypt. Okay, Bloodthirsty Adversary is looking cooler. I mean, you have to pay the cost or no? Without paying the cost. So we get Flashback, Swords, Lightning Bolt, Collective Brutality, Night's Whisper. Grave Titan is just a good finisher. Golos, Taiga, Dismember. I'm kind of interested in this Adversary, but this is basically 5 mana for like a good ETP trigger, or Grave Titan is 6 mana to like kind of win the game. I'm probably not main decking Damnation. 6 mana is so much, but this is essentially a 5-cost card anyway. I'm gonna take Grave Titan. I very rarely play with Grave Titan, so when I do, I may as well have a good time. Blooming Marsh. I don't have any green, and green looks like it's kind of drying up. So I could take Concealed Courtyard just for the 1 Swords to Plowshares. Bloodghast is interesting if we do get Braids to come around, though. Let's just take Bloodghast. I love Fiend Artisan. That's one. Showdown of the Scalds in this deck also is like pretty good. This is why taking Grave Titan is kind of sad, right? If your deck is full of just cheap cards, you just take this as an insane card advantage engine, and then, you know, you don't hit Grave Titans off of your showdowns. Fiend Artisan is fine. What's my fixing look like for Showdown? Because that's a double splash. I mean, Savai Triome helps. I have 1 fetch for that. And then I have Bloodcrypt Badlands. So it's going to be sketchy. I'm going to take it, though. The card's so good. Okay, so someone took one of the cards I was interested in. I don't remember what it was. Thoughtseize, that's right. Someone took Thoughtseize. I'll just take Damn. Not Entombing. Maelstrom Pulse. Just have the 1 green right now. I could take this to go, like, get full green fixing, too. And then I could be everything but blue. Yeah, I already have Damnation, so I guess I can do that. There's Braids. I'll take a Braids. Oh, Hex Drinker. See, this is why I don't like this card in Cube. This card is probably just the correct pick because it wins so many games, but it's so boring. I'm not playing it. It's just so one-dimensional. It's like, you play Hex Drinker, you level it up. Did you win? Okay, next game. You play Hex Drinker, you level it up. Did you win? Okay, next game. Like, I don't know. But Braids, I've never played with this card. It seems sweet. I want to sacrifice my Bloodghast and do some cool stuff. Birthing Pod is so cool. I think I'm just going to take this Luris. Okay, I misclicked. What just happened? I don't actually know what just happened. I took this, I suppose. I could take a Woe Strider. Woe Strider's cool. Witherbloom Command versus Evolved Sleeper. I now have the green fixing for this. So I can get back a land, kill stuff, kill stuff. I'm gonna take this Sleeper. I think I want more threats. There's Garrick. Ignite Memories, okay? And we get a whole nother pack. I mean, this deck is already pretty solid. And we get a whole nother pack. Okay, what do we have here? Jeskai Triumph. Goblin Rabblemaster's Tempting. Temple Garden, I don't think is necessary. Basically, Windswept Heath could get green, white. I don't think I need that card. Red Elemental Blast could be a good sideboard card. There's a lot of strong blue cards. Fatal Push. We have Lightning Bolt. Brutality. We could use like maybe 1 more removal spell, so Fatal Push is interesting. Versus Saga. I don't think for us, we don't have any Moxen or anything like that, so I think it's like Red Blast, Rabblemaster, Fatal Push. Red Blast being a really strong sideboard card is interesting. I guess I'll just take it. It could be main deckable, I'm not really sure. Ooh. Now this is what I was looking for. Is this a Krark deck? I wish I had Snuff Out already, because then I could Snuff Out Krark. I could also take Bitter Blossom. And then, this is hard, right? Snuff Out Krark is kind of sweet because you could double kill stuff for 0 mana. I think Bitter Blossom in this deck's pretty good. We have like Jite and Braids, so we can start like sacrificing creatures pretty easily. It's also just a win condition in what is a pretty reactive deck. I know people keep saying Unlicensed Hearst is insane. It just seems less fun. I'm here for the fun. I'm taking Bitter Blossom, and then hopefully Krark comes around, and we could play Krark and do stuff that way. Ooh, there's Shieldred. Yeah, this is like the quintessential 1-card win condition. It just play it. Whenever opponent draws a card, they lose 2 life. Whenever you draw a card, you gain 2 life. It hits them for a lot of damage. Crocs is fun. Karakas is very good. Wasteland's good. There was a... What is it? The creature that sacrifices to remove counters from stuff to go with Dark Depths. But I've never played with Shieldred. It's really hard on my curve, though. I could take Croxa just because it's better with the curve. Right? This comes down on 2, and then you can escape for 4, whereas this just comes down on 4. Actually, I like that. Talked myself out of it. Kicks. I'm liking a lot of the changes here. I feel like Dragon's Rage Channeler is the pick. It's very good in this type of deck. That would have been a reason to take Mishra's Bauble. What does Gix do, though? Oh, cool. So basically, whenever you hit something with a creature, you draw a card. I'm interested in that. I think Channeler is better for the curve, though. And Gix, I seem to be one of the only people in black, so Gix seems like it'll come around. Braids here. Oh, I could run double Braids. There's Retrofitter Foundry. I don't have any way to accelerate Braids out, is the problem. Retrofitter Foundry is kind of just like a nice late game win condition. It's also if I do wheel the Urza Saga. Yeah, let's do that. If I had like Soul Ring or any kind of Mox so I could play Braids before turn 4, I think she's a pretty decent card, but she's very slow. Take Mesmeric Fiend for some more disruption. See, there's the Dark Ritual, but there's also him to Torok. I'll just take him to Torok. This deck's looking like really good. I have so many playables right now. Could this be the Tireless Tracker Splash? I mean, that card seems real sick in the deck. What do you do? 3/3. Whenever the battlefield attacks, you exile cards from a graveyard. And then it flips into a 4/4 and starts eating 2 cards from graveyards. And it hits them for damage. I mean, I have a fairly easy green splash. I don't know. I'm gonna try the tracker. There's the Fatal Push. So we didn't wheel the Urza Saga, but that's okay. Just take the push. We did wheel Krark. Krark, okay. Snuff Out is the better card here. We're not Grave Tightening. Maybe I'm interested in Showdown. So Krark is good with this. Kind of weird with Brutality. Fatal Push. Red Blast, Lightning Bolt, Swords. I don't think that's enough. I love Krark. I think I just need like more stuff to be good with him. Wow, Shieldred came around. Okay. There's that. There's our Overgrown Tomb. I wish I could play Endurance in this deck. Endurance is very good. There's Braids. We can side in Braids against unfair decks. There's a Razor Verge Thicket. And a Godless Shrine. Okay, well, I was just concerned about my fixing, but we have all of the mana and all of the cards. Probably sideboard Red Blast. I mean, this deck looks sweet. 28 playables. I don't have much acceleration. I'm very highly considering just cutting Mind Twist from the main deck because I have so much other discard. Okay. I could bring in Retrofitter Foundry in slow matchups. Although it is like, it's just a win. Like if the board stalls and I have this in play, it's kind of just game over. I now have the green fixing for Tracker, so that's kind of cool. Am I playing Razor Verge Thicket though? I was excited about that. I think I'll play this Overgrown Tomb. I don't think I can play this double off-color card. I want to cut a 4-drop. Probably Chupacabra. Snuff Out's like a 0-drop. Young Pyromancer would actually be pretty good in this deck too. 25. Oh, Crypt Breaker's pretty bad. Then I could run 16 land. This feels like a 16 land deck. So much fixing too. Am I crazy for cutting Mind Twist? I mean, basically it's a 3-mana Hymn to Torok. That's a bit easier on the mana. I know you can play it for more, but this deck runs so much discard that you're not likely to. And then obviously I'll just sideboard it in any unfair matchup. Yeah, alright. I'm on board. I don't think I need a basic force. It's literally just Tireless Tracker. Basic Plains, there's only 2 white cards, and right now I have 1, 2, 3 white sources, so this will put it up to 4. Maybe I don't play Swords. It's so good though. It's so good. Okay. Green sources right now I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wow, 5 green sources is actually a lot. So I don't need that. Red sources we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 7 red sources seems okay. White sources, kind of been through this, and black sources we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. This mana is very good actually. So this is, we have 7 left, and this is 6, so I can choose another color. I think I'll just go with another red. 16 land, whole lot of black mana. If I'm running basic plains, I guess I may as well run Razor Verge Thicket. And I'll run it like that. See you all round 1. Actually, I'm thinking about it more. I think I'm gonna bring in Retrofitter Foundry instead of Evolved Sleeper. They're kind of similar, right? They're like cards that require you to put mana into them to become good. This is just like an endless win condition, whereas this is just like one dude. And endless win condition seems better than one dude. Oh, right, we're playing against Ace Kulap. Good luck, have fun. Okay, I mean, this hand looks good. It's got 4 lands, one of them we can cycle, but we have like 2 long-term win conditions and some removal. We have all of our colors, and we can do one of my favorite things, which is Time Walk in mono black. You ready? I guess I need to put priority step here. You wait for your opponent to level up the tree speaker, and then you fatal push it. It's just straight up Time Walk. Feels so good. Okay. I'm going to I have 2 tap lands here. No, I think I'm just gonna play Bitter Blossom. Man, I love killing Tree Speaker in response to the activation. It's so fun. It puts your opponent back so far, as opposed to the temptation is just to kill it on your turn, but then they get that 2 mana to do other stuff. It didn't look like it hurt them too badly though. Kodama's Reach is a pretty good way to get back in the game. Okay, they're playing blue. We make a fairy. There's a Cruxin we can't play. I'm gonna play the Proving Ground here. Oh, I could play Retrofitter Founder and make a creature, but then I won't have red for next turn, so we're gonna play it a little bit slow. Here comes Garrick. Garrick eats a fairy, probably. I guess they could just start making wolves. A little bit frightening. Bushwhack? Am I gonna get bushwhacked? Oh, Hex Drinker. My favorite card in the cube. Do I have removal this turn? If not, I die. I do. Okay. That's good. So now, I guess I'm gonna be going Lightning Bolt, Retrofitter Foundry, so let's just play this Triome. And I want to Lightning Bolt the Garrick, but I have to kill this Hex Drinker. Yeah, let's do that and then pass. So he transforms, and then they can make 1/1 death touches or sacrifice creatures to tutor up new stuff. I hope they just go all into Hex Drinker, and then I can play 2 Time Walks here. Okay, they make a wolf. Okay, that's level 1. Level 2. So once they hit level 3, we bolt it. And we're playing around counter magic. And it's very polarizing, this card, right? Because if I don't remove there, they win. If I kill it, now they're down a lot of tempo, which I guess is like the definition of a risk reward, but it's something. Okay, so they do wolf. Let's make a servo. I'm not going to double block. I think we can swing out a Garrick, force them to chump with the Death Touch Wolf. They have elves. Okay, so they can block with elves, I guess. The way that they're playing this makes me feel like they have like a Crater Hoof or something. Because they have a lot of mana, you would expect them to like cycle it. Shieldred's pretty good in this spot. Let's attack Garrick first. I want them to get rid of this Death Toucher. That way Shieldred can shine. Then we play Shieldred. And a tapped Godless Shrine. I don't think I'm dead to Crater Hoof, but I might be. How much mana do they have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So if they go land Crater Hoof, their creatures would get, if they up to Garrick, +4/+4, but they'd only be able to attack with 2 of them. So that would be 8, 9, 10, 15. So I could just, I'd have to chump block with Shieldred if they play Crater Hoof here, and I would go to like 6 or something. That appears to be what's happening. Oh, okay. Oh. Then the land. They're just gonna grab Crater Hoof. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So they need to draw a land next turn. Okay. They're all in. I respect it. I could just remove the Llanowar Elves and I'll be okay. But I do need to hit removal for the Llanowar Elves. White, red, this. Play Showdown. We gotta hit removal for Llanowar Elves. Oh, Mesmeric Fiend works. I could just go Swamp, Mezfiend. Oh, they're gonna play Circle. Okay, so we'll take Craterhoof Behemoth. None of that nonsense. And attack my opponent with some flyers. I'm still gonna take a whole bunch of damage if they can hit a land here, but I'm not dying. Okay, no land on top was huge. I think that's kind of game ending. Because next turn I'm just gonna play Jite and grow my fairies. They have a lot of mana though. Oh my gosh. So much mana. I feel like they kind of want to attack with the Avenger. Okay, so let's start growing our dudes. Jite. Put a counter on this fairy. Equip Jite here. Knight's Whisper, so I can gain... Knight's Whisper is like a weird life gain spell, actually. Although Kroxa does more damage to them. I guess I just Kroxa. Okay. Okay, so they're mono green. Damnation, definitely. Chupacabra, yeah, probably. Mind Twist against green is a little bit iffy. Same with Grief. Grief's kind of awkward. Low Strider. Oh, Braids is pretty bad against green, right? Because they have a lot of things to sacrifice. They're running blue. I don't know if I want to put in Red Blast. Probably not. And then do I want to Mind Twist to deal with like their ramp? Because I can basically Damnation and then Mind Twist. I could run that instead of Shieldred. Because I'm on the draw. Shieldred is pretty awkward on the draw. Yeah, let's do that. Okay. Oh, this is a good hand. Set up for Hymn to Torok, Mesmeric Fiend, Snuff Out to kill their stuff. Yeah, this hand's great. Let's hope they lead on Tree Speaker again and I can Time Walk them. I love this art. Greg Staples. Good work, Greg. They mulled the 5. Oh, poor opponent. Yep, that's cube sometimes. You mulled to 5. I mean, they have this thing, I guess. Whatever that thing does. But, yeah. Shock. Discard 2 random cards. Okay, I mean, I hit their expensive payoffs and not the mana, so it's possible that Mesmeric Fiend will whiff now. Do I snuff out the Rafelis or just Kolaghan's Command make them discard? I think I just Kolaghan's Command make them discard. 2 damage to target creature. Yeah. You discard, do this. Black, red here. The goal of this is to strand cards in their hand so that eventually Mesmeric Fiend can do stuff. Course of Crufix. Okay, well now they have no cards in hand. Probably just gonna snuff this out, but I guess I can wait until my turn, because I could see what they're drawing. I mean, Shelldock Isle on top is good news. Oh, that's great news. Tracker. Play a land. And then we're gonna stuff out the Courser and draw step. Okay. Kill this. So they can Shelldock, and then they're not drawing Windswept Heath anymore. And I guess I just gotta try and set it up so I don't die to a Craterhoof. Let's Showdown. Showdown seems pretty strong in this spot. Hopefully we can hit a land. Okay. All Swamps Mind Twist. Shielded would be a lot better in this spot. That's quite the hit. You know what? They have the Garrick. Yeah, okay. Goodbye, Tracker. I mean, I have a lot of card draw, but I'm kind of just setting them up for Shelldock. So let's go Bloodghast. Play a Swamp. Play Bitter Blossom. Grow the Bloodghast. Do I Mesmeric Fiend? I mean, if I Knight's Whisper, they're basically just... Then I'm just setting them up for Shelldock. I think I'm just gonna Mind Twist for... this is so awkward. I think I'm just gonna accept that they're gonna be able to Shelldock. Yeah. Because I have Damnation. Okay. Hydroid Crisis for 1. Finale of Devastation for 2. Okay. Shelldock must not be that good because they didn't do it right away. Fiend Artisan is a 6/6 though. Pretty big. Never cast a spell, grow my stuff. Okay. Not really what I wanted to see. I guess I can start by cracking a clue. Because right now I kind of just have to go like Damnation, pass or whatever. Bad lands. That's so many lands. Alright, let's attack and see if they block. Okay, we get in for damage, which is nice. Let's wipe the board. I don't know, this is kind of awkward actually. I don't really care about this 6/6, but if their last card is literally Crater Hoof, then I just die. So that's awkward. But, if the last card is Crater Hoof, then I just die. But I can't play scared, I think. I want to find some removal. That's so many lands. Alright. 4/3. I can make my Bloodghast into a 5 power, but I think I just play this and then we'll cycle the Savai Triome. And if they happen to have Crater Hoof under Shelldock, then good beats, I guess. Do they really? Questing Beast. Okay. Okay. So Damnation is good here. Whenever it attacks... Okay, I just can't block it. So we're going to chump with the Fairy. Take 4. And cycle this. How many what is happening? So there's 1 exiled. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So there's 5 lands left in the deck. Alright. We can work with this. Okay. Fatal Push is good. Yeah, I think I just attack out and then we'll... Bloodghast should have haste because they don't block here, I would imagine. And then they're going to start making some birds or whatever. Bears. Yeah, let's just... Damnation. Then Mesmeric Fiend. Glad I... Oh my gosh, their draws have been good. Play this tapped. Get back Bloodghast. And he has haste, so they can't really stop this, and they have 3 turns to get out of it. If they hit a land, I guess they can start making wolves, but... Oh, Hex Drinker, you say? What a silly card. I guess there's no reason to make them go through the song and dance. They don't have any mana to do anything else. What a silly card. Alright, non-land card, let's go. That is not a land. Play Croxa. Are they dead this turn, actually? I think they might be dead. Then we escape Croxa. Nice! Okay, see you all next round. Alright, we're playing against Reef Death. This hand, we have all of our colors. We have a good mix of lands and spells. I'm on board. Opponent shocking in to Preordain. Okay, probably a matchup where we'll be bringing in things like Hymn to Torok, Braids and all that. Or, Mind Twist, Braids and all that. Obviously Red Elemental Blast too. I don't know, maybe you just main deck Red Blast in this format. And show game log. How did they Preordain? 2 to the top. Okay. That suggests to me that they were short on lands, but I guess we'll see how the next couple turns go. We're going to run Scrap Heap out. I don't really care if they counter that. This is just good against some Planeswalkers they might have. Yeah, the pause there made me think that they maybe have counter magic. I have a whole host of things I can do next turn. Braids seems kind of sweet, just endless card draw with like Scrap Heap Retrofitter. We can also go for Night's Whisper Retrofitter. If you want to like bait them. You know, we could lead with Night's Whisper so they counter it, and then land Retrofitter Foundry or something. Lord of the Third Path kills Scrap Heap. Okay, and then Vigilance, and then they can attack and tap it to draw. What do I want to do? I don't really want to sacrifice a land. So playing Braids here is kind of awkward. I can Kolaghan's Command and kill Loran. That feels kind of weird. I could just cast Night's Whisper, see what I draw, and then go from there. Kind of like doing that. I guess it's a May, right? I could just say no, but this is the weakest to removal out of all the options. So yeah, let's just Night's Whisper here. There's a Bloodghast. I'm going to go basic Swamp Retrofitter Foundry. Pass turn. And now I can set up for like Bloodghast Braids or whatever. Arcane Proxy. Oh my gosh, they have so much card advantage in their deck. Holy cow. This is literally like 2-for-1 tribal right now. So we can Kolaghan's Command down Loran Arcane Proxy. I take 2. I like Mesmeric Fiend more though. So, and I want to keep, I need double black for Bloodghast. So let's fetch with Windswept Heath, because I don't really remember what lands this can get. Godless Shrine, Overgrown Tomb. I guess I get Overgrown Tomb untapped. Then we Mesmeric Fiend into Bloodghast, or honestly just activating Retrofitter Foundry might be better. Okay. Oh no. Right. So, they were short on lands. Elspeth is very scary, but so is literally their entire hand. Mystic Confluence, now that we know about it, is not as bad. Gideon's not the worst. I don't have anything that I'm too scared about than Fractured Identity. I think I take Elspeth because it's the only card they can guaranteed cast right now. So it's the most, like, negative tempo for them. This can make a 1-1, but I feel like at this point we're just playing a Bloodghast. Their hand is insane, though. They... I don't know how I'm beating... like, what? That's so... They drew the land? Ugh. Alright, now we're in trouble. I mean, they can hold up Mystic Confluence. They can Fractured Identity Mesmeric Fiend. There's a whole lot of things that can happen. The best case scenario for me is they just play Monastery Mentor. I'm guessing they're going to eat the Retrofitter Foundry, but I don't actually know. Okay. That's fine, I suppose. So they probably take my Showdown. So Fractured Identity down. They can also take Kolaghan's Command and hope I don't draw removal. Interesting. I guess that's the most, like, negative tempo for me, because Braids was my best play that turn. They don't attack? Very wild. So I can K-Command the Mez Fiend. They have Mystic Confluence. I think I'm just going to play Showdown of the Scalds here. Lightning Bolt, Snuff Out. Okay. I like a lot of this. So I don't have to play the Swamp. And then whenever I cast a spell this turn, put a counter on a creature I control. So I think I'm going to go Mountain. Attack with Bloodghast. I can Lightning Bolt, Snuff Out. I'm probably playing Shieldred next turn, so they're probably just going to hold up Mystic Confluence for my Shieldred, I would guess. Is there any reason to cast a Lightning Bolt right now? I guess they could draw counter magic for it. And I likely would like to get my Braids out. 1, 2, 3. I could also do Braids Kolaghan's Command next turn. So yeah, I guess I bolt the Mez Fiend right now. And then Snuff Out. I'm gonna take a bunch of damage when I cast that, but I think that's okay. And I'm gonna save it if I can to grow my creatures. Because I think a giant Bloodghast could be another way to win. We take 4. They're not really like pressuring our life total too badly. They're just passing with Mystic Confluence up. Anytime I cast a spell, grow my stuff. Alright, so we're gonna play a Swamp. I guess, let's see. Their hand is Mentor, Gideon Dura, Mystic Confluence Unknown. Let's go ahead and Snuff Out Loran of the Third Path. Go to 5. Grow my Bloodghast. So they just have a 2-1. They're gonna be able to Mystic Confluence regardless. And there's no way I'm ever... Can I Fatal Push this? I don't know. I don't think I can Fatal Push an Arcane Proxy. I can cast Shieldred that runs into their counter magic, but it's also just like a free card for me. I can get back a Scrap Heap Scrounger. That's not a huge thing. Let's attack them for 3. Because we can't block anyway. If I play Braids, they counter it, but then I'm like down... Yeah, I guess I just have to kind of play the Shieldred. Then they counter it. We know about all of that. The sequencing is awkward because I hit them for less damage. But they're at 12 life. I really wish I had done this. So, counter spell, draw 2 cards. Yep. That gets bigger. And we're just going to make a Retrofitter Foundry blocker. We can also Scrap Heap Scrounger, I guess, if they play Gideon. Actually, if they play Gideon, we can Scrap Heap Scrounger and hit them for a lot of damage. So actually, I really like playing Shieldred there. Okay, they have Mentor. Ooh. I don't like that. Because they could maybe go Mentor Mox into another card. Oh, their hand was so clunky like 2 seconds ago. Yeah, Elspeth. Yeah. Am I just dead? I actually think I'm just dead. Oh, that's gross. Because I can't Fatal Push the Arcane Proxy. I mean, I'll try it. Yeah, I can't do that. Alright, we are dead. Okay, so Red Elemental Blast. I mean, a lot of their cards are white, but the impactful ones are blue. Chupacabra, they have a lot of like... Breed seems pretty good against their deck. They're really slow, but maybe just Mind Twist is better. Because we could just get the stuff out of their hand that costs like 10 mana. Things I don't love. Bloodghast is fine. Bowstrider's a little bit slow. Shieldred... I mean, Shieldred would be good. It's just really slow. And I think Mind Twist basically serves that role. Yeah, I'll run it like that. Just streamline the deck a little bit more. Going first. Yeah, sure. Breeds Croxa. Blood Crypt tapped. I don't think I'm likely to be bolting something on turn 1. Turn 2 Croxa. This hand has not gone well, but I can Braids and start sacrificing lands. Because I have so many of them in this. I've made my curve lower. Okay, they discard Murktide. I like that. Really would like to avoid a mana leak in this position. Overgrown Tomb. So I don't need double red, so I'm going to play that and then sacrifice that to Braids. I wish this was the other Braids. Sacrifice this, yes. Okay, there's a tracker. Very much regret doing that now, but then I can start getting clues and sacrifice the clues to Braids. To Fairy. Elite Spellbinder. Okay, so they probably just take Lightning Bolt, but I'm not really sure. Yeah, maybe sacrificing that land was bad. Okay, they take Tracker, so he costs 5. Showdown. Okay, let's bolt this Spellbinder. Play a tapped Overgrown Tomb. Attack them for 3, and I'm not going to sacrifice anything to Braids at the end of turn. Yeah, this is not going well. It's just too many lands. Say no. Because the hope is that I was going to draw into something that I could then start sacking to Braids. But the fact that they could just say no. Oh my gosh. This is why you should play white in Vintage Cube. It's so strong. Like, just compare the quality of Braids to Palace Jailer. Braids is like, I have to sacrifice stuff, and then my opponent gets a choice of what is going to happen. Palace Jailer is just, you kill a creature, and then you draw a card every single turn for the rest of the game. Oh boy. Yeah. Probably not winning that. I mean, my opponent's curve, the hope was I can draw a discard before they get to 5 and 4. I'm just dead, especially if they're just holding up Mystic Confluence or whatever. And we can cast a Tireless Tracker. Oh, I need green. They let it resolve. That's even scarier. They're probably just going to Fractured Identity the tracker. Oh. Hardcast Solitude also works. I don't know if there's any card in the deck that can get me out of this. I don't have any Planeswalkers. I mean, Jite is a strong card. So, like, if my opponent just draws all lands for the rest of the game, and I somehow can set up Jite plus creature very soon, that could do it. More land is not what we wanted. I'm going to shock this in and just play this card. A counter. And, oh, 6 mana. What is this? 6 mana. Oh, is that card in the deck? The cube? What is it? Sublime Epiphany? I'm so dead if they Sublime Epiphany my showdown. At least my mana looks cool. Okay, it's just Confluence. That's... So they're going to exile any creature I play. They're drawing a card every single turn. I don't have Brain Freeze in the deck to Brain Freeze them. I feel like if I had Red Elemental Blast in that spot, that could be a way for me to get back into the game. Like, play this, blast their counterspell. Oh, with Narset I can't win. Alright, see you guys next round. Alright, we're playing against Zork. Tell everyone good luck, have fun. And we'll go first. This deck does much better on the play. Yeah, I mean, can't really mulligan hands like these in Limited. I don't think I want to shock because I don't have a turn 2 play lined up anyway. I'm just going to play Blood Crypt tapped. The reason for playing Blood Crypt is Hymn to Torok. I can cast it next turn, but if I play Stomping Ground, I cannot. They have blue. Alright. Maybe I should just be main decking Red Elemental Blast. Scrap Heap Scrounger. Yeah. Good card to get. Or Spiked. They pass with just 2 mana. I draw Windswept Heath. I guess this can fetch a Triome. But I guess I'll just play Stomping Ground tapped. I don't know if that was correct. Because I may want to hold up Kolaghan's Command, but I also take a lot of damage in this deck. Like, a lot of my opponents have just killed me because I did so much. History of Benalia. They make a 2/2 Knight. Do I want to bolt the Knight, or do I care? They're going to become 4 power. I don't think I care. Okay, that's a lot of land. Let's go Badlands, Shieldred. Let's attack first. Can't block, so I may as well attack. Then we go Shieldred. My opponent gets to take some friendly damage. If they daze me here, though, ooh. I shouldn't have even mentioned it. Okay, Force of Will is not too bad. Because we have Kolaghan's Command. So we can, like, set up next turn, K-Command a Knight, get back Shieldred, and then play Shieldred. Force of Will pitching Murktide. They're down to 13? Okay, Knight's Whisper is good. Go ahead and play the Peatland. Attack them. And I kind of would like to avoid taking a whole lot of damage, so I think I want to, like, upkeep this Kolaghan's Command and then Lightning Bolt. And then I could just Knight's Whisper after. That seems right. Put a stop in their upkeep. I'll also do it at end step if they like Factor Fiction here. Okay. Get a creature back. 2 damage there. Get this back. Kill this. Playing around Miscalc and Spell Pierce. Do I Lightning Bolt the thing? I mean, it's +2/+1, right? So they're gonna Shieldred. I guess I don't. I'll give them a chance to make a mistake here. I can Lightning Bolt this whenever. I also don't care too much about that Knight. Although it does block. No, I'm not gonna kill it. I'm taking the damage. I don't think this is a deck that's gonna threaten me too much. They have a Mox though, that's not good. Interesting, okay. Let's go ahead and kill this now. So they're doing nothing and I just have a Scrap Heap Scrounger. Seems pretty good. Let's attack them for 3. Because I don't want to get Cryptic Command bounced or whatever. Okay. Let's go ahead and Collective Brutality. Target opponent reveals their hand, choose an instant or sorcery card from it, they discard. So if they want a Cryptic, they gotta counter this. And if they show counter magic, I could just leave them with nothing or play Knight's Whisper, I guess. Gush, Time Twister, Wrath of God. Interesting. Very interesting. So they can Wrath Time Twister. I mean, they're gonna go to 5 life here. I'll play Shieldred. I think I want to take Gush. I could also take Wrath, and then that forces them to, like, find it. Yeah, wait. If I take Wrath, then Shieldred's very unlikely to get there. Or to die. Let's take Wrath. And then they can try and Gush into counter magic for Shieldred, I suppose. Let's grab a Godless Shrine. I'm very surprised at how well this mana has worked out, actually. So if they Time Twister after Shieldred, they die. They go down to 5 life regardless. They could let Shieldred resolve. Okay, I guess they get its Swords to Plowshares. Which they didn't. They go to 5. Are you going to cast Time Twister? I hope you do. Okay. Definitely bringing in Red Elemental Blast. They're playing Time Twister, so I imagine Mind Twist is good against them. Let's cut Woe Strider. And did I see any creatures from them? Maybe I cut Swords? I like Swords a lot, but it's a splash. Do I just go all in? Like, I could play Braids against Gush Wrath of God deck. Braid seems kind of spicy, actually. Woe Strider. I mean, I could just go really low to the ground here. Woe Strider seems also pretty good against Wrath. I like Showdown. Retrofitter Foundry is good. I haven't even drawn Dragon's Rage Channeler. Or Fable of the Mirror Breaker. Snuff Out. I'm kind of just cutting removal here, I think. Snuff Out, Fatal Push. Oh, they have History of Benalia. That's fine. I'd rather, like, lightning bolts can hit planeswalkers. That seems better to me. Braids on the draw is pretty awkward though. I'll bring in Evolved Sleeper. Just hits harder and draws cards. Alright. Oh yeah, this hand looks good. Turn 1 Sleeper, turn 2 Jite. Yeah. When it's on the Colonnade. Okay, I don't think they're control, or I don't think they're Storm. They're just maybe like a Narset Time Twister type deck. Let's go Evolved Sleeper. I have a lot of tapped lands, which is a big cost of this deck, I guess. But a Death Touch counter on it, so I can spend a whole bunch of mana to get a 3/3. Let's go Mountain, attack with the Sleeper. See if they kill it. Jite is kind of a high risk play here. But I'm going for it. Because if they counter Jite or kill the Sleeper, my whole plan falls apart. Ugh. Hardcast Daze. That was the worst case scenario. Because now they can just start making Urza Saga tokens. Yeah, that was pretty bad. Okay, their control. I think I mis-sideboarded a little bit. Retrofitter Foundry. I'm interested in that. So let's go ahead and play Badlands. Pack. Hopefully, I don't know, they don't realize and block or something. Then I can Night's Whisper into the Foundry. Or I could just double level this up, but that's kind of slow. Let's Night's Whisper into Foundry. Okay, Fable would be good. Foundry. They make some 2/2s. I guess they'll be 3/3s, right? Urza Saga's so good. Especially, like, if you have a Mox, it's very good. If you're sacrificing it for no value, it's much less good. I'm also really not in love with this Evolved Sleeper. It seemed cool in theory. And maybe it'll help me later on, but right now it's not doing a whole lot. Uh-oh. They're ramping out a 5-drop? Wait, they have Mox Pearl and Mox Sapphire? Jeez, okay. They make a soldier. Their deck seems pretty good. Grief seems pretty good. Let's attack Elspeth, because the blocks for them are pretty awkward here. And they might just take the 1. Interesting, okay. So, okay. I was hoping they would take it and then I could grow this and then bolt her. That's fine. Wait. Oh my gosh. No! Why don't I have a stop in my block? Oh, that's awkward. Whoops. Ugh, that hurts. I swore I had a stop in my block step. I don't know why that's gone. Okay, I recently switched computers is why, probably. I can play Grief. It does have Menace. That's probably the play. That hurts though. I can play Fable of the Mirror Breaker plus Lightning Bolt, but I think Grief is the most mana efficient. Ugh, yeah, what I was gonna do was level my guy up to be a 2/2, Lightning Bolt their construct, and then I would kill the soldier. Oh, their hand's very good. But they're short on lands. Dig Through Time they're pretty far away from. They could play a Lion Sash, but I can kill it. Honestly, I almost want to just take the Consider because that slows things down. Although Murktide Region's scary, right? If I take Consider, they have 3 cards in their discard. 1, 2. So they can play 1 plus 3. That's 6. So they're basically able to cast a Murktide. If I take Murktide, then they can cast Dig Through Time very soon, and that's also scary. I sided out most of my removal, so Murktide is like pretty unlikely to to die. I think I might want to take Dig Through Time, because taking Consider just fills their graveyard for both of the Delve cards. Although they can only play 1 of the 2 Delve cards. If I take Murktide, they're at 18. I guess then they just Wrath of God Dig Through Time, and then that's good for them. If I take Dig Through Time, then they Wrath of God into Murktide, which is also pretty good for them. Yeah, because the play next turn is Consider Lion Sash. And then Consider puts 4 cards in the discard, and they could just play either of these, really, that they want. I think we're going to take Murktide. And I can't play any of these. I don't know. The other option could be take Consider and hope to draw more discard. Also hoping that I draw Red Elemental Blast in time to counter Dig Through Time. They're just making 1/1s, So they could just attack with a construct, double block Grief, I suppose. Yeah, that's a good line. I could block to prevent damage. So Line Sash is gone, and they drew a land for turn. And they have Colonnade? Oh my gosh. Okay, I misjudged their deck completely. I just saw the Time Twister and was like, nobody's playing Time Twister in control. Okay. I guess I'll trade Grief for 2 soldiers. Bloodghast is interesting. So let's attack Elspeth with Grief. If they don't block at all, I can Lightning Bolt. This only can become a 3/3. Yeah, so we do this. This has Menace. They can block with 2 soldiers. Such is life. And I want to bolt this now. I don't want them to be able to exile my Grief, I guess. They consider, so they're gonna be able to dig through time next turn. Because that's 5 cards in the discard. Not amazing. But I get to go Fable the Mirror Breaker. Then I can set up to discard this Bloodghast to Fable. Get some. They drew Mana Tide! No! Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay. Ugh. Alright. I don't think I'm winning this now. Mana Tide is such a good Magic card. Ugh. Okay. Then they can dig through time. They have Adeline. Okay, they're not a control deck at all. We're sideboarding differently this game. Ugh. That was my one shot at coming back into this game, I think. If I can discard Bloodghast and then play it, get some free value that way, maybe I have a chance, but yeah, okay. Alright. They're not Storm at all. I mean, Mind Twist might be okay. I think I do like Chupacabra. Snuff Out being free is pretty good. Evolve Sleeper's terrible. I can get rid of that card. Do I want to run Snuff Out over Mind Twist? They're running so much, like, Mana Tithe and Daze both make Mind Twist just terrible. Okay, I'll keep this. Here's where we get our Hymn to Torok Mana Tithe and our Shieldred Dazed. I'm going to lead on Overgrown Tomb. They keep 7 after thinking about it. Okay, well now they could hardcast Daze. Ugh. Wait, they have 3 Moxen. What? Okay. Yeah, I suppose we run out Bitter Blossom here because then we can play Braids. They have Spell Pierce as well. Okay, but they don't have Daze probably because I think you Daze in that spot instead of Spell Pierce. They consider. They play Saga. 3 Moxen is so crazy. What do I want to do? Badlands. I could play mana efficiently and play Braids. That does run into Daze, but that makes their Saga a lot worse. Yeah, let's flood the board. And I'm not going to sacrifice a land because I would like to play Braids next turn. If I had Bitter Blossom, this would be actually a very good card advantage engine. Okay, so they just have a bunch of blue mana. I can attack with Braids and see what happens. They can make a 2/2 currently. Draw a Peatland. So let's attack here. If I do, I don't know. If I force them to counter, then at least they're not making a Saga token. Or they're making a Saga token and then dazing. But they didn't have Daze earlier, so they would have had to draw it. Yeah, alright. Probably dead. Daze is, it's a good card. Holy cow. How is this opponent not in the undefeated bracket? I mean, I don't know. Like, I could have played around Daze, but the problem is the negative tempo of that is so harsh that it, like, you're losing either way, right? If I play around Daze, destroy target non-black. So it doesn't say non-artifact. Okay, so let's Chupacabra. If I play around Daze, then I'm just, like, skipping my entire turn for no value. And if I play into Daze, then they just counter the thing. It's very much a lose-lose. Now I can start sacrificing lands to Braids. They have Solitude? Jeez. Yep, their deck is good. I do gain life. But that's unfortunate, because I guess they kind of figured out I was going to start sacking lands to draw. I could snuff out the Construct. It's just a 3/3. I feel like I'd rather kill like Adeline or like a Murktide Regent. Oh boy, okay. Glenolendra, you say? Okay, tireless tracker is something. Hmm. Let's attack with a chupacabra. Glenolendra. I feel like all of these games against this opponent, like their cards just lined up perfect against ours. Because if we had him to Torok sooner, it would have been different. Let's go ahead and play tracker. And then hopefully I can sack Peatland into a land. Mesmeric Fiend. Well, that would have been good. I could snuff out or whatever, but here we are. They can Wrath of God, I guess. Elspeth. Yeah, that seems pretty good. Now they don't even care about this. Maybe I'm just supposed to play that there, but I feel like I need Tireless Tracker to start drawing cards to get back into this. They just make a 1/1. I think I'm gonna snuff out the... Do I just snuff out the Glen? I'm just gonna trade for it anyway. I can snuff out the Construct, and that makes their blocks a lot more awkward. Let's do that actually. Because now if they want to counter it, they have to pay the blue and they don't get to do damage to me. Okay. Let's draw... Lands and spells are good. That one's pretty good. Not in the face of a Glen. Oh, Glenolendra. Alright, him to Torok you, they probably just let it happen. Okay, that's good. Well, it's actually not, because that tells me the last card in their hand is something they care about. But at least I can kill it with Mesmeric Fiend. Okay, I like that. What do I do now? I can trade Tireless Tracker with the Construct. That feels like a really bad idea. They have no cards in hand, they have Elspeth. So if I attack, they block Construct on Chupacabra and Elspeth takes 3. If I just attack with the tracker, they block here. I don't think I attack. Maybe that was wrong. Did they just draw Murktide Regent? Okay, just Gush. I mean, Gush is very good. Oh, okay. I mean, they only have 1 white mana right now. So I guess that's something. Oh, that makes their Construct a 4/4? Ugh. Yeah, I'm taking 7, so I'm just dead next turn. Yeah. I guess that's a reason to attack, because I die in 2 turns. Okay, that's good. That's very good, actually. Okay. How do I do this? I can't give them Adeline. They can Line Sash into a 2/2. I don't think they block there, so I might be able to catch them doing something silly. Okay, how do I do this? If I let them untap, Line Sash is going to grow out of the range of Kolaghan's command. So I need to kill it this turn. They can block and exile something to trade, and I don't want them to be able to block. So I guess I just have to K command now. Yeah, because if I wait, then Line Sash gets too big. But I can stall out the Elspeth trigger, right? Because they're going to give something flying. Okay, I have to do this now. Destroy target artifact, 2 damage to any target. Kill this, do 2 damage here. I'll hold open Badlands. It's a pretty good draw. We know one of the cards in their hand is an island. They have more counter magic. Okay, they're just line sashing, sure. Okay. They have a 1/1 that's going to hit me for 4. What do I do here? If I attack like this, I don't think I can give them Adeline. Adeline's like their way into the game. So yeah, I just attack like this. They chump. Okay. I can work with that. This is not the game where they had Wrath of God in hand. Where did History of Benalia come from? They exiled it to Solitude. Wait, that seems like a really weird play. Do they have Wrath? Oh, they do! Okay. I'm pretty dead then. In fact, I'm literally dead next turn. No, because I can block with Fable. I'm not literally dead, but we are in some trouble. Retrofitter? Okay, I mean, we have some things. I go to 1 here. And I need flyers. Because they're just going to play Adeline attack with flying. Then what do I do? Block the 1/1. There's no way I can make a flyer right now. So I guess I have to like top deck a removal spell somehow. That is not it. I can trade that for something. I will do that. I can attack with the Goblin Shaman and then Showdown of the Skulls. I'm trying to think what I could hit. I would have to Showdown into Lightning Bolt Fatal Push. I mean, am I ever winning now? No, so I have to go for it. We attack with this, we get a white mana. Attack Elspeth. I play this, I would need like Mountain or Swamp plus Lightning Bolt and Fatal Push. And I'm still not out of it if that happens. Okay, white, that. This gives me the most outs to hitting all of that. Lightning Bolt Fatal Push. Oh, we're so close! GG's. Yeah, I didn't hit both. I actually hit one of the two. Yeah. We'll just, Lightning Bolt ourselves in this spot. They probably mana tithe it for the BM. I would respect it. Oh, of course they do. Alright, really unfortunate showing. Just bad luck, I think. I mean, the deck wasn't amazing. It was a little bit reactive, but I feel like we also drew pretty awkwardly. I mean, it's kind of a whole host of things. It was me not wanting to play what the Vintage Cube is built to play, which is just 4 and 5 mana game-ending single card win conditions, like Planeswalkers, Fractured Identity. They're just all way too strong. I just wasn't feeling it. So I think that was the crux of it. I went for synergy, and I didn't really draw my 1 card win conditions. So it was fun though. See you next time.